So of course, like you said, the biggest weather story today is those freezing temperatures, but another weather story we've been following is the drought that our area has been seeing. So what's the latest on that, David?
Yeah, well, look at this. 0 rain chances, showing up. Maybe a stray shower next week, but nothing significant. And it's not good. If you look at the latest drought monitor, this one came out last Thursday. We'll have a new one tomorrow, but generally we have a moderate to a severe drought over the Wiregrass, and that extreme drought area is creeping towards us and will likely be overtaking the area over the next couple weeks. Yeah,
definitely something to keep an eye on. So we see the moderate to severe drought across the Wiregrass. How many inches below normal are we right now?
Okay, let me break this down. We'll break it down to the beginning of September and then the beginning of June. So since the beginning of September, these are numbers for Dothan. 2.35 inches below normal. And what I thought was interesting is we've only seen, I think, 4 times where we've seen a ½ inch or more of rainfall since August 12th in that ballpark. So we're talking about 3 months of very little rainfall. Now, if we go back a little bit further to June 1st, we're down almost 8 inches since the beginning of meteorological summer, June 1st. And that's our wet season, June, July, and August. The fall is usually dry, but that's a big deficit since the beginning of June.
Huge. And this is something we've been talking about, for weeks now. And you keep sharing that advice, of course, watering your plants. So, whenever it comes to giving advice to viewers at home, how can they deal with this drought? And is there any relief on the way?
I wish I could say, yes, there's relief coming. It will come this winter, an El Nino winter, but in the next couple weeks, I'm really not seeing it. And here's why. The jet stream, which is the main storm track, is pretty far to the north of us. And as we go through time, we'll see that shift southward, and that will bring in more energy, more rain into the Gulf Coast area, but really not seeing that for at least the next couple weeks. So this time of year, the grass doesn't really need the water that much. It's going dormant. This cold air will help. So we're trying to keep alive those potted plants and some of those newly planted bushes. And there are some plants in the landscape that are a little more sensitive to drought. You want to make sure those are watered so you don't lose them. But I would say, don't worry about the lawn so much and focus more on the plants and the trees.
Great advice there. I know the struggle with the plants all too well, but they're doing better. But of course, great advice there, David. I know that you will continue to keep us updated, not only on this drought, but of course these cold temperatures that we've been seeing as well.
Cold temps and those potted plants, real quick. I had one that I have a few that I'm keeping alive, and I watered them pretty good 3 days ago. They were wilty again today. So it's every 2 days or so, depending on how that soil is, give them a good drink.
Yes, they are definitely thirsty.
I gotta remind myself as well.
Set an alarm. That's what
right.
I do.
Yeah,
Thanks so much, David.